So I think it's wicked that we've got a streaming economy now.
Yeah.
That we've got these content creators that are doing their thing. The only thing I would say to that generation is be careful with what you're reporting and when you're reporting it. If you look at the BBC,
what we said, people need to fact check more. Sometimes.
A little bit more, exactly. Exactly that. So the BBC do fact checking, So the BBC will. This is back in the day. It might have changed now. They have to have 3 solid sources before they report on something.
I think that's with most.
Do you get what I'm saying?
So if one sounds like a small number, but that's a big number.
Yeah, exactly. Now, obviously, if there's a bombshell video or audio recording, of course, then that might be enough by itself. But see if something is just like out there. That's why sometimes the BBC might seem late to certain things, because it's not that they're late. They've got the same information, but they're not going to put it out there unless they've got some level of more.
And I think the important thing about that is to protect yourself and your craft, because I feel like when things emerge, the kind of marathon is about being trusted at the end of the marathon or a bit further down. Do you know what I mean? Because it's loud now and there are loads of options in terms of information. In terms of time, people are going to choose who they trust.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying? And people are going to choose who almost take the time to make sure that it's said properly, it's communicated well.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what we deal with here.
A big part of that as well.
I'm glad you said that, because I wouldn't have been able to put into words what we do here. But we don't speak on a lot of things.
Yeah.
Because if it's not proven, done, dusted, wrapped up in a bowl, or even, to be honest with you, a lot of times I just won't speak on things because I know how difficult it is for the man them to get a step up. So I don't even want to be part of the pullback down. And everyone has to do their thing in their own individual way. And sometimes when it's necessary, I'll lean into little things or whatever. But in the general over, I don't think that you should really speak on unless you.
No, but you know what it is.
Got your shit right.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, but I'd say it doesn't mean that you can't report on bad things. Do you know what I mean? If someone is misbehaved, if someone is misbehaved or there's been something and it's been proven in X, Y, and Z, then
proven. By
all means, have a discussion about it. Do you get what I'm saying?
Think about the Fredo then while you're there.
You know what? To be honest with you,
aside from, let's not get into any. Let me ask you to rephrase that question. What do you think about Fredo's last couple of weeks as far as promotional wise? Has it benefited him as the CEO? Can you see the benefits of some of it? Not all, not the salacious stuff, but some of it. Can you see the benefits, even of the salacious stuff? Is that beneficial or is it to his detriment as far as promoting a product? I'll ask both of you this.
You know what I will say? He says something that I heard so loud in how I interact with artists sometimes. That's like a really frustrating thing. He said, like, I'm a human being, this is my life.
I fucking that bit. My son was watching it and that rang bells.
It was something along those lines. That made me think, you know what he said. There is like do you know what it is? Like, I feel like we've got to protect artists sometimes as a whole. Like, not even, it's worth speaking specifically on the Fred thing, But you know what I do think becomes a bit reckless sometimes is then when we're not thinking about that bit. Because you know what it is? There's certain times where you interact with artists, there are people we've lost to the game because they can't be bothered with the noise. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
So there's some level of like, you know, like even there's economies around huge artists and there are teams around them that know a lot of things, good and bad. And because there's a bigger goal to their existence, there are conversations that I had around things that are like, yo, you know what? I remember I was in LA one time with this artist and I'm new to all of this music thing, right? And they've come outside and they're speaking to a pap, but they're talking about where and when they can interact with the artist. Right now ain't the time. There's a time when there'll be value in the pictures that you take. In fact, we're going to this place with this person first. I'm telling you. So they manage the information on a level of like protection. And now, like, it's people's lives and it's street, like, I don't know where or how it gets policed, but there's some level of protection that people need to be able to. I don't know how that happens, but like, when he said this is my life, I thought, I've heard that in so many ways from artists where you just think, this is mad. Like, we can all be entertained.
Bro, that's what
I'll make a point, because you lot will understand this. You see, when you're around artists, like, obviously, man's always around DB because they're my people, whatever, like, and even meeting artists in that being in that world, everyone's a normal person.
That's what I was.
And I feel like that's where the disconnect is, because I feel like people report on things as looking at people as, right, that's my man.
Yeah.
But in the world, when you butt people and we go shows or we go to events,
anywhere, bro,
and you butt people, they're just normal people.
Bro, the thing I was going to say,
that's the problem with it.
What I was going to say, and you've said it so many times, you've said it like maybe 20 times during the course of this podcast, and I say it all the time, and that's why what I was trying to say before, you kind of brought me back to it with what you said about Fred. I always deal with things on a human level, bro. So when I said about not pulling them down on this, is because I always go past the superstar. I think someone is sitting in their house right now, and it's like he said, this is my life. Like my son was listening to the live, and I was kind of just standing like listening to. He had it on his phone, and that line there, it hit me because I understood what he's on, bro. This is my life, bro. This, I say this thing. I don't know where I got it from some song or something. It's like it's their life, but it's other people's. It's entertainment to everyone else, but it's someone's life, bro. So that's why I don't deal with certain things as far as you can talk on it, but I always humanize things. I always think of the guy that's sitting at home or the girl that's sitting at home. You get it?
And my
unless they're convicted.
What I'll say with this whole thing, I get it. Like the TANKZ thing, what Bouncer and them man are doing, and I get it. And like you got like a Trap Lil Ross and all these people, but from the world that man's come from, and we all grew up and what we done, we've all grown up and to go on to do things and whatever. But the world I come from, like, I just can't fuck with the whole man chatting on certain things from a place where these people come from the same world as you. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, in the sense that, you've all evolved and you've moved and you've gone on to certain things and whatever, but long and short, they're from the same place as you, bro. Do you get me?
Yeah,
and
I hear you.
People may not agree with me or not, but I just think that, bro, just understand what you're saying and what you're doing and where you're saying it and what's going on. But these people are from the same place you are. And if you're reporting on certain things, because of the way that the UK is set up different from America, it's too close to home. Do you get what I'm saying? And I think that's where man needs to be a bit more aware of what they're saying and when they're saying it, because
you know what, I think it's
different.
It's a go on. No, I hear where you're coming from 100%, because you know I wouldn't, whatever. But I think it's either one of us do it, or someone that's meant to be of our ilk, or you're leaving it to Trap Lil Ross that's just going to be that body,
leave it to them, man, because them man can get away with saying it with not being caught up in any drama. Because I also feel that where it gets a bit techie is because brothers are going to look at man and saying, bro, are you throwing me under the bus?
100%.
Do you get me? Like,
we do that quicker to us. We do that to each other.
Can do that. Someone like Trap Lil Ross, they can do that. They're reporting or journalism in that sense. But if I was now to start using my setup at home to start talking about street politics and my man and this man and those same people, when they see me, are going to be like, Doug, what you on?
So what you mean in Bouncer's setup? Bouncer's doing?
No, but listen, Bouncer can do what he's doing because I've been watching his thing and I've subscribed and I watch it. But then I feel like there's certain levels, and I'll say it as it is, I feel like there's certain things that man's reporting on and talking on. For me, I feel like, no, you can't really go there because you're from that world. No matter how much you've changed and you moved on, you come from the understanding where we come from. Do you get what I'm saying? And yes, certain information is out there to be spoken about and you can do your research and dig. And if it stays like research and dig and looking on the net and getting the information up, well and good. But if you're talking on conversations that's been had, like let's say I ring you and I tell you something, and then you go on your thing and talk about it, that's where that's lines of crush.
Big up Bouncer. I love what he's doing. I think he's, do you know what I mean? Big him up all day long. I think my point that kind of relates to that, but isn't about Bouncer, but relates to that, is just, if you've got credible sources and it's your job to report, then report.
That's my
like I said, it doesn't always have to be good. It can be negative. You get what I'm saying? It can be about something. It can be something that's going to be a bit distasteful for the recipient to hear about.
Yeah,
I just think just research. That's all I would say to the whole generation.
Agreed.
Not Bouncer.
Agreed.
And to be real, Bouncer my people. So I can say what I'm saying.
Of course.
So it's not directly at him, but I'm just saying in general.
Because what it is, the power of the word now, it moves quick. So I understand what you're saying. It moves quick. You can say one thing and it's not the right thing, and it becomes gospel.
There's a saying that's a lie travels around the world twice before the truth puts its shoes on.